$2,400 that could land in your bank account if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. That's the categorically incredible great news as we start the evening with an additional 20% increase across the board lifetime and an annual step up. My goodness. Additionally, breaking details tonight about what could be happening next week. Executive orders remain the focus of this channel. And I detail not one, not two, but three things to get stimulus relief right now for virtually all the viewers of this channel. It's categorically incredible, and this is Evenings LALATE. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Evening to LA with great breaking details across the board about Mitch, about Joe, about SSDI, SSI, about stimulus grants, $50,000, $10,000, another $10,000, escalated benefits, and hazard pay, and executive orders. It's incredible, great, and I'm so glad that you joined me tonight. Please enjoy and sit back as we get through this incredible, difficult time with incredible, great news this evening. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please go to the front of the channel, subscribe, because no one's keeping you up to date to the minute, and no one's getting you money right now anywhere else but this channel. Also, like this video. It helps in the rankings. In this video tonight, I will be going over the ways in which you can get money right now. Not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, and not 5 months from now. Right now. Thousands of dollars that could land in your bank account, and virtually all the viewers of this channel qualify for the money I'm going to be talking about. There's only 2 situations in which you won't qualify, and those are relatively rare. Next, I'll be talking about what money can come right thereafter. That it's the $2,400 SSI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, stimulus, emergency check. Then I'll be talking about executive orders and the president's incredible remarks yesterday for stimulus to go out right away. Then I'll talk about what's coming up thereafter. That's next week. Mitch McConnell is under fire to get stimulus done right away, and the president wants to sign it. This is incredible great news. Partisanship may be done, and bipartisanship of the problem solvers may be front page. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start here tonight is that millions of Americans are ecstatic about a $2,400 payout, and if it started now, it would be $2,600 payout to viewers of viewers are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. This is a $200 per month addition on top of your existing benefits that would continue all the way to December 31st of next year. Then you would also get a 20% lifetime increase, and on top of that, you would get a step-up increase every year based upon a new index that Joe Biden would tie your benefits to, different than COLA. It would be called a cost of living for elderly, which raises things more frequently than currently now. This is categorically important news for you because, as Pete DeFazio, the Democrat, said just a few weeks ago, people on Social Security need emergency stimulus relief right now. They can't wait. But that program is not something that would land in your hands right this second. When I mean right this second, I mean in the next 1 to 5 days. So how can you get relief very quickly right now? And what are the methods? And then what could come shortly thereafter, about a week thereafter, and what could come a week after that? I'm going to break them down into 3 different sections for you in this video. First, the right now money. There's 3 types of right now money. The first type is CARES Act 1 money. The second one is escalated benefits. And the third one is EIDL. Of all three, nearly 99% of the viewers of this channel qualify for one of the three. The only case in which you don't qualify is if you made a lot of money last year or you live in a state in which your state has used all of its CARES Act 1 money. So listen up. The first one is CARES Act 1 money. That $150 billion of CARES Act 1 money that was given to cities and counties to send to you. They're spending it now. It's use or lose, and they have to spend it on their citizens. And they're announcing grant programs by the day. You go on Google News and you look for these grant programs, and they are for rent, for food. That's for my SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad Benefits viewers. Hazard pay for my essential workers. Escalated benefits or enhanced benefits. That's for my unemployed workers. Some of the states have done LWA when you didn't qualify for LWA. They gave it to you under their funds because you didn't reach the $100 threshold. Then they're doing stimulus checks as well. So you see that even if you're on SSI or SSDI, you could get the rent or food. I had a senior citizen out of Florida who listened to me no less than a month ago. When I first said this, she got rent, not just for her, but all 5 of her senior citizen girlfriends. She watched this video, got the application, filed it online, and got it in within a 1-hour deadline. They all got approved for a rent aid. Next, escalated benefits. What is escalated benefits? Well, this could give you thousands of dollars and has nothing to do with act of Congress, has nothing to do with Mitch or Nancy or Joe or any of those people that get you a little bit anxious now and then. Where's this money coming from? It's coming from your state. Do they pay it? Absolutely. Why have you not got it? You've never heard about it? Let's do it right now. The way you get this is the following. First, you look at your 2019 tax return and figure out how much money it says you made in 2019. If you made over about $18,000, this is something for you. If you made over $30,000, this is something you should jump out of your seat and get tomorrow morning. It's that categorically incredible. Let me explain what it is. When you enter your state for unemployment benefits, you start at a base level. The base level is the bottom line, the bottom number. In California, the entry level is $167 per week. Did you know that states go to maximum benefits? How high is maximum benefits? It's generally about $300 to $400 a week. So there's a range of about $200 to $300 from the lowest to the highest range. Who's getting the highest range? People who've done this. People who made over $30,000 a year. What do? And what if you didn't make over $30,000? What if you just made $18,000 or $19,000? Then you might go from $167 to $187. You might go to $167 to $267. Every dollar counts. And wait till you hear the math. Here's the math. If you've been on unemployment benefits for 30-something weeks, let me give you an example. You've been on unemployment benefits for 30-something weeks. You follow what I'm about to explain, and you realize you get an increase of $100 a week. Have you just done the math? Have you done the math? Have you crushed the math? Do you need a Larry Kudlow calculator? 30 weeks times $100 a week is $3,000. Yes. That's how it works. So what do? You pull your 2019 tax return, look at it, see how much money you made. If you made over $18,000, you do this right now. You write a nice letter, very professional, very respectful, to your unemployment agency, an unemployment department of your state, and say, hi, I want to see if I qualify for more weekly benefits. Please take a look at my 2019 tax return. I'm currently making this per week. Please see if I qualify for more weekly benefits. And then they'll respond back. And if they say yes, they'll look at how much you made and how much you're currently getting paid and adjust it and do it retroactively. And bam, thousands of dollars could land in your bank account. Next, EIDL. Viewers often didn't think about EIDL and often didn't think about PUA. PUA, oh, I forgot something. Let me back up. That was just for your base level benefits. There's some viewers who for some reason never thought to apply for PUA, who are independent contractors who lost their jobs or had reduced number of hours and never thought to apply and have been impacted since March. Go apply. What are you doing? I had one wonderful viewer who's a wife contact me, said her husband is a contractor, unemployed for several months. I said, have you applied for PUA? No, what is that? Well, go get it. And what you need to understand when you're doing escalated benefits is that if you never gotten your FPUC from March to July and your impact weeks include March to July, you get that money also. Thousands of dollars. Next, EIDL. Have you not done an EIDL? Well, get ready for this. EIDL is applicable for people who have a Schedule C on their tax return. A Schedule C is required if you're an Uber or Lyft driver, if you're Grubhub, Airbnb, or similar like that, a plumber, electrician, a contractor. What does that mean? You're someone who works by yourself. You drive your own car. You're not driving Uber for Uber. You're driving your car for yourself. What's important to understand is when I'm talking about this, you do not, I'm going to say it again, you do not need a 1099. If you did get a 1099, great. But I know as a fact that Uber does not give 1099s to vast majority of viewers unless they make a certain amount of money per year. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. All you have to have is a Schedule C in your 2019 tax return. As one viewer said, I was doing in 2019, how about 2020? Well, you have to have been impacted by the pandemic. So you have to have been impacted by the pandemic. And let me show you how this works. Let's say you worked Uber and Lyft in 2019 and made $6,000. Okay, pretty simple. How much did you list your cost of services rendered or cost of goods sold? That's line 2 of Schedule C. You may have put 0. $6,000 minus 0 is $6,000. Divided by 2 is $3,000. $3,000 will land in your bank account in about 5 days. What? Yes. SBA, that's Sam Burt Andrew.gov. Go there, look for the economic injury disaster. It is a instrument that allows you to get money if you were an independent contractor impacted by the pandemic and reduced hours or anything like that. And this is how it works. You fill it out, and it's based upon your 2019 earnings minus your cost of goods sold divided by 2. So you would qualify as a $6,000 individual, $6,000 revenue minus 0, you would get $3,000. And you would literally get it in 5 days. It's that quickly. That's how quickly they're paying out. Now, what about the terms? What about the deals? This is absolutely incredible. First, it's free money for the first year. You don't have to pay back anything now until starting about January 2022. You don't pay back any principal or interest for 1 year. Next, if the money you're getting is only like $6,000, you have 30-something years to repay it back starting in 2022. You know how little money that is? $10 a year? $15 a year? I think you could do $10 or $15 a year 2 years after this pandemic's over for the next 30 years. I don't think you have a problem with that. And I think the $3,000 now in your bank account would really make a big difference for you. So do you qualify for it? Well, the only thing you have to do is go on Experian and look up your Experian Vantage 3.0 credit score. That is the only benchmark they use. They don't use TransUnion. They don't use Vico. They only use Experian. And they only use Vantage, and they only use 3.0, Experian Vantage 3.0. It's free on the Experian download app. Then, if you think that you're too low, this is what I got to tell you. They want anything about 570 or higher. If you're at 560, do this. Do the Experian Boost, B-O-O-S-T. It is free. You go on Experian, ask for the Boost, or call them up on the phone. It is free and will raise you about 25 points. And you're on your way to an EIDL. Do the Boost and do the Experian credit check before you start the process to make sure everything is ready to go. And when everything's ready to go, you get approved very quickly and get that money within 5 days. So then, that's money right now. What's money right after? Money right after is executive orders. People are pushing this president to do executive orders after that incredible news yesterday where he said, send out stimulus right now. How can the president do executive orders? The same way Congress can do it. And he has several other extra instruments that help him more than Congress. What is this? This is really great news. First, he has no less than 3 existing executive orders he doesn't have to write another one for. Of the 4 executive orders he should be doing right now, only 1 he has to write for. He has an existing executive order for LWA. He has an existing order for eviction moratorium and also one for mortgage forbearance. The last 3, those 3 he can do simply right now by either modifying the existing order or just reapplying them so that they continue. What do I mean? LWA, he doesn't really have to write anything. All he has to do is refund it. And the way he refunds it is take some of that CARES Act 1 money that's sitting at SBA and repurpose it for LWA 2.0. Second, rent eviction protection is expiring in December. Under his order, he can modify it and ensure that it doesn't expire in December. Third, mortgage forbearance, under his orders, expiring in December. He can modify it and have it expire later thereafter. Then there's a new twist. If you did not tune into Afternoons LALATE, there's another round of CARES Act 1 money that I'm identifying for the first time on this channel. Where is that? That's that use or lose money that's currently in the cities or counties. Remember that use or lose money, which I talked about at the beginning of the video? If they lose it, it goes back to the federal government. And as soon as it goes back to the federal government, it can be repurposed for stimulus. Now, the only executive order the president really has to write from scratch is to take that CARES Act 1 money, $800 billion approximately, and repurpose it as a stimulus check. It would be a $5,000 stimulus check that would land in your bank account 10 days after he signs it into order if you're signed up for electronic receipts. Wow, that's a lot. That brings you up to about 10 days from now. Okay, what can you get right after that? Well, right after that is where the focus is on Mitch McConnell next week. Mitch McConnell is under fire to send out stimulus relief by a new bill next week. And the Democrats are as well. The Democrats are under fire for talking about the HEROES Act, that bloated $3.4 trillion bill, which no one really needs right now. They need stimulus checks, and they need a lot of them, and they need unemployment assistance, and they need a lot of them. And all the HEROES Act is offering anyone is $500 through a lockdown. Excuse me, that doesn't cut it. This is just a big excuse to give money to New York and California's governors. That's not stimulus relief. No one's going to fall for that, and that's why the Democrats lost seats. On the other hand, Mitch has to do something other also as well. Why? Because Mitch is under concern of 2 Georgia seats that are coming up for re-election on January 5th, and he needs to pass stimulus right now to ensure that those 2 Georgia seats do not both fall to the Democrats. So Mitch needs to do a bill next week, or he could lose those 2 seats. Would he do a bill next week? I believe he will. That's my personal opinion. Next, what's shortly thereafter? This is not money now. This is not money next week. This is thereafter. This is that $2,400 SSI, SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits. Biden's plan has a lot of incredible, great stuff in it. First, let me go over the SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, and veterans items. This is for all of you, so I'm not going to repeat those words because it takes a while to say them every time. First, $2,400 through the end of 2021. Or if we started today, it would be $2,600. It's $200 a month. It's emergency stimulus relief just for this pandemic. Incredible. Then, a 20% increase in your monthly benefits lifetime. Yes, Biden believes that you're not being paid enough and thinks that you need to be caught up by getting up to a 20% increase a lifetime. Depends on the person, and every person could be a little bit less, but he wants an increase across the board. Next, he wants a benchmark different than the current benchmark so that your benefits are increased annually, so warranted. What are we talking about? You know what we're talking about. We're talking about that COLA thing that everyone hates, that basically never moves, and that your milk and eggs go up all the time, and the COLA doesn't move again. And we're like, enough of the COLA. Well, Joe Biden's sick of the COLA as well, so he wants to tie it to something else, and that would raise your benefits right away. Next, a $50,000 grant? Yes, there's a $50,000 grant in the Biden program called the Lifeline Grant. Next, there's a CDC grant that would be for essential workers. Next, there's a $10,000 grant for EIDL for new applicants. Next, there's the retroactive $10,000 grant that many viewers, including myself, believe that you'll get paid retroactively because Jovita Carranza will be gone. Then there's hazard pay, $10,000 if you worked as an essential worker anytime from January 2020 up to the present. Boy, did I cover it all? It feels like there's some more other things in there. Yes, there's the CDC grant. Did I cover that as well? Well, incredible great news. And of course, there's unemployment benefits retroactive and all that news as well. If you have questions or comments to today's video, drop them in the comments below and I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Coming up next is Purple Power Live. And then join me every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Early Mornings LALATE. And then followed with the half-hour version minutes later, the 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time edition. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay with LA for more.